Hello, how are you today? Are you good? That's good. Glad to hear it. I'm going to make your day even better though by reading some IDontWorkHereLady stories, read by Red. Okay, here comes the first story. Not in my home, you don't. I'm a flight attendant for a major airline. Several years ago, I lived in Miami Beach in an oceanfront apartment building. Several floors of the building were operated as a hotel, but it was mostly residences. The parking garage was underneath the building. Okay, you get the picture. I had just worked a long international trip and was exhausted. I got home, parked my car, and got in the elevator. It stopped on the lobby level, and a couple who had just checked into the hotel entered. The husband saw my uniform and started loudly griping about their flight to Miami. We were stuck in Houston for 5 hours, and they didn't give us a hotel room. Or some crap. Now, I take a lot of abuse from people who need to vent, and it mostly rolls off my back. But that's when I'm on the clock, at work. I couldn't believe I was getting these kind of complaints in my own home about some airline thing. I was tired and over it after a 10-hour flight, and I let him have it. You had a stopover in Houston, so I'm guessing you must have flown United, right? He said yes. Well, I don't work for United, and even if I did, I still wouldn't give a crap. This is where I live. How dare you get in my face, in my own home, to gripe about your minor inconvenience? I don't remember everything I said, but by the time we reached my floor, he was backed up against the wall. I do remember shouting, "Bye-bye!" as I stomped out of the elevator. I used to be a people person, but people ruined it. Yeah, you know what? That's the thing I hate about wearing a uniform for work, because when people see you in the uniform, whether you're on the clock or off the clock, they assume that you can do whatever it is they need doing. I'm glad I work from home. Okay, here's another story. 404. The hotel you wanted to stay at no longer exists. Back in the late 90s, I worked bar in a small town in rural Ireland. Approximately 500 people, 3 pubs, 1 hotel. It's a wee seaside village and quite picturesque, and is therefore plagued by tourists during any holidays. We lived directly opposite the hotel. The hotel was about to be razed to the ground and rebuilt without the 60 years of nicotine stains. The demolition was due to start in January and the work due to be completed sometime in 2003. It's a small town. Everyone knows everything as long as it's about someone else's business. The hotel's reception phone number is 1 number away from my parents' landline number. It's New Year's Eve, or more accurately, approximately 4 a.m. on New Year's Day. I'm home from my shift dealing with drunk idiots that, as this was the 90s, want nothing but Baileys and creme de menthe shots and Bacardi breezes, with the occasional Irish coffee and pint of Guinness that they'll order last as an afterthought and then complain about the wait. 4 a.m. My parents' living room. I'm having a wee decompress and a whiskey. Phone rings and instinct kicks in. Town name, Harbour Bar, Happy New Year! A slurred Belfast accent winds into my auditory canal. For most people, when you think of an Irish accent, you probably think of Cork or a Galway accent, nice and lyrical. This is not the case with a Belfast accent. Think of a dentist drill that runs on tonic wine, ordering McDonald's through its nasal passages. Alright, mucker, I've had an effing cracking time tonight. We're booking the same nights for next year. Room 109, Jamie Bumface. Sorry mate, you'll have bother. Town Name Hotel is closing in January and reopening in 2003, and the number for reception is 555-5545. This is a private residence. How the F would you know that? You said this was the bar. You just put me through to reception. You lazy fanny face. Aye, F off, mate. I know. Razor sharp wit. Oscar Wilde would be proud. I hang up. The phone rings. Don't you effing dare hang up on me, you little cow screwing bastard. Town name hotel reception is 555-5545. This is a private residence on 555-5554. Don't call again. This happens a few more times because the daft drunk bumface is just hitting redial. It escalates with varying degrees of profanity as we both have drink taken, me to a lesser extent. I unplug the phone from the wall. A few minutes pass. I'm formulating a plan. I plug the phone back in. Phone rings. I put on my best receptionist voice. Good morning, Town Name Hotel Reception. How can I help you? Is that Mr. J. Bumface from room 109? How may I be of service? That's better. I want to book for next year's same nights. Certainly, Mr. Bumface. We even have a 50% loyalty discount as you're a previous guest. Same days? Effing right. Okay, that's all booked in for next year. Arriving on the morning of the 31st, yes? Brilliant. Wonderful, we'll see you then. That year I went away to uni, came back for Christmas. Many things have happened in the time in between. But then New Year's Eve comes along. My folks and I were in the living room looking out at the gigantic hole that used to be a hotel. And our other windows look out over the bay, to be fair. And having a few beers. A car we don't recognise pulls up opposite the hole where the hotel used to be, and three confused-looking Belfast spides get out beside the big hole where the town name hotel was. Something clicks in the back of my head, and I'm just pissing myself laughing. I explain the whole thing to my dad, who I'd relayed the story to. Those effers drove about an hour to get here just to find out they've got nowhere to stay. We enjoy the show and open fresh tins as they start screaming at each other in front of our house. It was a fun New Year's Eve. Okay, but you book a hotel a year in advance when you're drunk. Wouldn't you check on it? Wouldn't you double check the reservation, or is that just something I would do? I don't know, maybe that's just me. Oh my god, this is awesome. This is such an awesome story. I hope you're not disappointed that I didn't attempt an Irish accent in that one. Trust me, we're all better off not hearing my attempt at that. I hope you guys enjoyed those r/IDontWorkHereLady stories. Read by me. Read! Please give the video you like. Yeah, good job. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed them. And don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't done that. Thank you so much.